Good afternoon, parents and other listeners in the Kalamazoo area. Thank you again for listening to Arcadia Elementary School's podcast. Today we're going to be talking about our second grade class, who have been working on learning more about the topic of local history this year. We first started the year out by learning about the basics on what community is. Our students learned about things like industry, government, local attractions, and the people that all make up the community of Kalamazoo. The students spent a day a few weeks back volunteering for a local animal shelter. We wanted them to do this so that they got that deeper understanding of what it really means to be involved in your community. We also put on a school store earlier in the marking period for them to be able to learn about goods and services. Here the students were able to buy and sell items for tokens, in which they could save to buy a larger item at the end of the unit if they desired. To wrap up our subunit on community, we did a little research on local attractions in Kalamazoo. Here the students learned to use iPads at the Media Center, and then use what we call a hot list. Now, a hot list is just a fancy term us teachers use, and it's really just a list of reviewed resources. By using a hot list, this allows for students to get accurate information while still enabling them to practice and learn how to get that information on their own. The places we researched included Western Michigan University, Wings Stadium, the Air Zoo, Sweetwater Donuts, all places that you're probably really familiar with. As a treat to end our subunit on community, the students got to enjoy some Sweetwater Donuts, which I have to say was a great ending to learning about community.
The next subunit we discussed within the topic of local history was the actual local history of Kalamazoo. Here, students learned about local industry, founding government, and important individuals. One of the recent activities students have been involved in was a tour of the downtown area. Here, they were able to listen to guest speakers or experts talk about the specific historical attractions in the downtown area. These included the State Theater, the Radisson Hotel, Kalamazoo Valley Museum, and the Public Library. We as educators contacted these experts beforehand to ensure our students got credible information about the local history. Another activity we plan to do within the next week is a timeline. Here our students will use pictures they've captured on the tour of the downtown last week, along with research on additional historical places and people to create a classroom timeline. Each student is responsible for a historical landmark or person of Kalamazoo. They will be expected to present their findings to the class after they have done their research and created a PowerPoint slide. We as teachers will also take these slides and make them into one of the PowerPoints for you as parents in the local community to see at our final show at the end of the marking period.
After students have picked either a historical landmark or person from Kalamazoo and done the majority of their research, they will begin the end process of our project. Here, students will create large posters that will contain all the information and photos they would like to share with parents and the community. Outside of class, students will be responsible for making their character come to life or building a replica of their landmark. These will be used at our community gathering, where students will be set up in the gymnasium and presenting their findings to anyone who would like to hear about Kalamazoo's local history. At this point in the marking period, students will be experts on their landmark or person and be able to share this with others. As a class, we will also have made a small replica of Kalamazoo's community. This will be in the middle of the gymnasium at our final gathering for everyone to view. After this marking period, our students will not only have learned about new technology, but also how to work individually as a team and how to collect information from outside sources as well as the internet to learn on their own. By implementing project-based learning, students will have gotten the chance to take the information from lessons and mini projects they have completed and be able to transition this information from the classroom to real-life situations. Our goal is that they will use this knowledge in the future and continue to play an active role in the Kalamazoo community and also have a sense of their surroundings. Keep in mind, multiple lessons and mini projects have not been mentioned, but these are a couple of the bigger ones that will lead to our final gathering. Come join us Friday, June 7th at Arcadia Elementary School, where we will be presenting information on Kalamazoo's local history. Punch and cookies will be provided, so mark it on your calendars.